Welcome back everyone to Animal Crossing New Horizon Part 10. Last episode we got a new villager coming into our island. It was Nate and definitely pretty cool. I think I really liked his house. This episode I think we'll have another new villager joining. Let's see who that's gonna be. Alright, it seems like we have Midge joining in. Pretty cool. I think I'm more interested in seeing her house because I really like Nate's house, which looked pretty cool. Hopefully, this one will go ahead and look good for our island as well. Other than that, I don't really have anything specific for today. Probably I'll go ahead and do some daily work and check out the shop. We'll also go ahead and give our daily fossils. Then talk to the villagers as well, since we do have Nate to talk to. Other than that, nothing more. I probably will go ahead and switch up the day to the next day to get our last villager as well. But for now, let's quickly go ahead and complete our daily task. In the offline, I did go ahead and chop down some trees. This is mainly because I needed some wood and it was an easier way to kind of chop it down. We also had the recipe for axe and shovel that we got last episode. So definitely that did help me. Now I did get two new furnitures while shaking the trees. So I'm gonna go ahead and place them in the house as well. Probably once I do get a chance to get another new room, we can go ahead and place them over there. Now the main reason why I cut that tree right in front of my house is because it was actually blocking my mailbox. And it was pretty difficult for me to kind of see if I did have some mail, and there were days where I just ran past through it without checking it. So I feel like cutting it down does help me. Now that we have some basic tools in our game, I'm finally very excited to go ahead and push forward with the gameplay. If you didn't know, once you get the first 3 villagers, you'll be able to go ahead and get the Able Sisters as well. And I'm really excited for that. Hopefully I'll be able to make some progress in this game. Now you might have seen a lot of items in my mail, and most of them are items that I just ordered from the Nook shop. Especially this hat right here, which looks pretty cool. And I did order 2 pipes as well. I think pipes are really cool items. Definitely will help you if you have a place where you do need to kind of go to. For example, you could definitely keep it in your secret cove. That way you'll be able to easily travel there without worrying about going through each of the rivers or climbing up the levels. Pretty helpful. In my case, I'm going to save it for the campsite. Now if you didn't know, you won't get the campsite unless you have Able Sisters and have the resident services building upgraded. And for that to happen, I think I still have a couple of days. So I'm going to keep the second pipe with me in the storage. And we can use it when I am decorating the campsite. Right here, as usual, I'm just going to go ahead and donate the items that I have with me. And I'm going to look out for the fossils on a later stage, because I think I still have to look around and check the other stuff. We haven't really went to the shop still, so I do have to make my way there. Now as far as the 3-star island go, I think my current design looks pretty cool. There are quite a few things that I do want to add to this island to kind of increase its scoring. But I still don't have a way to kind of craft them yet. So I'm hoping I'll get those items pretty soon. Well, finally we are able to go to Flo's house. If you didn't know, I did try this for last 3 days. And I never caught her in her house. So this is the first time I'm checking it out. Here is her chest. Of course, she's talking about the lantern. But this chest looks pretty cute. And I'm hoping I'll get the recipe for it. Definitely want to add that to my house as well. There are quite a few items in this game that I really like. One of them being the log set. Anything that's made from the log item looks super cool. And I think anything made from these toy items are cool as well. So hopefully I'll be able to get them. Right here I'm just gifting a hat to her. And this is the one I used to wear before. I just thought it would look funny on Flo, and definitely it does. So I'm pretty happy that she actually wore it. But I think the next time we come here, probably it will be on the ground as a display item. Now you can definitely give them some really good items which will match their decor as well, and they are gonna display it. But in my case, I usually don't do that unless I specifically want to kind of befriend that villager and get their photo. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's quickly go ahead and check out Nate's house. After all, he did move in yesterday and we didn't really get a chance to see his furnitures. Now Nate's house will be pretty well furnished since it is one of the houses that you are kind of gonna get. And he actually has log furnitures, which is pretty amazing. Hopefully I get some log DIY recipes from Nate right here, which I definitely need. I think the shelf right next to me looks super nice. If I do get the recipe for it, I'll go ahead and craft it. I also have a place for it, so I will be excited to see if I do get that. But of course, right here, Nate actually gives us a recipe for stone table. Pretty cool, I guess. There's also another item that I really like, and it's that jug full of fruits right there. I'm not sure what that recipe is actually called, but I really like it. There are only a certain villagers who actually have this item in the game. Other than Nate, I think Tangy is another villager who'll actually have this item in her house. Tangy is the orange cat villager with freckles on her face. I used to actually have her in my island at some point, but it was on my last island which I did kind of reset, so I'm hoping I'll see her once again too. I actually really like cat villagers in this game, and I really enjoy their conversations as well because some of them are pretty funny. Next up, I decided to check out the shop. Of course, we do have to check it out since we are trying to hoard some items. And the 4 items I do see are unique. Probably I'll go ahead and buy all of them. And the first 2 items you do see in the small desk, I'm actually planning to go ahead and give them to my villagers. But of course, before we do that, I just wanted to go ahead and get rid of some of these items that I would actually need. Especially the multiple wasps that I have right here. If you didn't know, wasps are pretty expensive. There are 2000 bells per each. So definitely worth kind of catching them and selling them. There we go. That was a really good amount. Now that I have everything cleared out, I think I can actually go ahead and buy all of these items. The first one is the campfire camp stove. This one is definitely very helpful. If you didn't know, there is a small area in my island where I just have all the campfire items, and this one would look so good with them as well. The other item was a menu. I'm not really sure how I could use it unless I am planning on having a shop, which for now I'm not, so I'm just gonna buy it and keep it in my storage. Hopefully in a later stage I can actually use it. Other than these, I'll go ahead and check out the wallpaper and floorings just because there are quite a few of them that I really like, and I'm hoping that I'll actually see them. Especially the brown or the black crown walls. I think crown walls are pretty cool in this game, and I usually like all the variation of it. So if I do manage to find them, I'll go ahead and buy them for my house. I'm also having a theme planned for each room in my house, and all of them or most of them will be depending on the crown wall. So hopefully I'll be able to actually get it. I also decided to go ahead and get some of these gift wraps. These will definitely help me increase the friendship with my villagers, of course. I think some of the gift wraps are pretty cool, but if you do find either a red or a green one, I would definitely recommend going ahead and buying them. Usually during Christmas time, you might actually need them to craft some gift wraps, so I think it's a pretty good idea to have them in your inventory or in your storage. Right here, I was finally able to buy the Wildest Dreams DIY as well. This one definitely will help me with crafting some items to keep them outdoors. I'm definitely excited to go ahead and craft them and see how they look on my island. I guess the other recipes are gonna be the same. Nothing really new other than these. Lucky for me, I was actually able to find the black crown wall, which is something I was just talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. Usually the black crown wall, I like to keep it in the basement, just because it kind of suits the theme. Usually my kitchen goes to the basement, so I like to keep it there. Just that this game actually has a lot of kitchen items, unlike the other ones that I have seen. Right here, I decided to go ahead and visit Mitch. I really like the exterior of her house, so I'm hoping that it will actually match the interior. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see it today. We do have to wait until tomorrow for her to have all the items present. But at least we did get a chance to go ahead and talk to her. That's cool. Hopefully, she does have some really good recipes with her as well. I mean, as far as I remember, the best way to get some really good recipes are through your villages. I think the only thing that I would actually regret would be keeping Midge's house so closer to Mac's house right here. If I knew it was this close while I was placing the, kit, I would have definitely moved it a bit away. Probably I would have gone to the other side of this river and placed the house over there. But unfortunately, I have it quite close. Other than that, it seems like Mabel is finally visiting our island. When we first got a shop in our island, we found that Mabel was actually talking to Timmy and Tommy, and she was talking about having a clothing store here, which was pretty nice. Thankfully, she is gonna visit us for a couple of time before she gives us the kit to kind of construct the Able sisters. For now, I guess the only options we have are these that she actually has right here. I think I'll go ahead and buy this outfit right here just to go ahead and gift it to Mac. I mean, I am trying to get more friendlier with my villager, and the easiest way to do that is to give them either clothing item or a furniture. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Hopefully she visits us twice more so that we can actually go ahead and get Able sisters on our island. But of course, now that we have bought an outfit, let's quickly talk to Mac. It's the first time I'm actually seeing him out of his house, so it's pretty cool to see him walking around. And let me quickly go ahead and give him the outfit. Hopefully he actually wears it, which would look pretty cool. I really like giving funny items to my villagers, so I'm definitely gonna enjoy seeing him wear this. Alright, he seems excited as well. And yes, there we go. So definitely looks pretty funny on Mac right here. But alright. Ooh, okay, he gave us another garden faucet. Now I wasn't really expecting that because we did get one for his house. But of course, now that we have another extra one, I'll go ahead and try to decorate it. On a second thought, I think the garden faucet wouldn't go well with this house just because of that water pump right there. Maybe in the future, if I do have a, campsite, I'll go ahead and add this one over there. Now that we have completed most of the things, the only thing I think that's left is to check Nook Stop before we move on to the next day. As usual, I'm trying to kind of build up the rewards for the Nook Stop. This I think is an easier way to kind of get more Nook miles, so I would definitely recommend you guys go ahead and do this as well. But of course, we don't really have any good items. I mean, other than this hose reel right there, which I would definitely add to the museum. I don't think we have any seasonal items either, so we are good with the Nook Stop as well. Before we move on though, I do want to check the Redeem Nook Miles option. We are able to see different fences on different days, and if we do have a really good one, I'll go ahead and buy it. There are of course other items that I do want to buy, but unfortunately we don't really have them right now, so I do have to wait for them for a later stage. Maybe once we do have this building upgraded, we'll probably get more options in there. For now though, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this fence. Alright, other than that, I think all of these items are gonna be the same, and the reason why I'm not really buying them is mostly because of the fact that I don't have that many Nook miles. If you know any way of easily getting more Nook miles other than what I'm actually doing right here, Let me know in the comment section and I'm gonna try that. But of course, that's all I had for this day. Let me quickly go ahead and complete the daily tasks such as hitting the rocks and shaking the trees. And I'll switch out the day to the next day so that we'll be able to see the last villager who is coming to our island. By the way, if you are wondering what is the wildest dream DIYs, here they are. You only get around 6 of them, but most of them I think I will go and craft them at some point. So I'm pretty happy that we actually got a chance to get these. Alright, here we are on the next day, and as usual we have Tom Nook in the announcement. Lucky for me, I was able to find Sable right here, which will definitely help us. It's also apparently the Lunar New Year. By the way, just a heads up, the dates in this game is not the same as the dates I'm playing it. So that's the reason why you might see Lunar New Year happening today. But of course, we have our new islander coming in as well. It also seems like we have an upgrade for the resident services building, and I think I'm very excited for that. Now, I've never mentioned this before, but I really wish that the opening screen would be much faster. It literally takes us 1 minute to go ahead and open up this game, which is pretty bad. As usual, since I am here, I'm quickly gonna check out the box as well. And it seems like we have a couple of presents. These ones are definitely gonna be going to the house, but for now I'm just gonna go ahead and place them in the storage. I've also been thinking about the storage in this house, and it's actually quite close to actually filling. So I do have to at some point go ahead and expand it. Now I'm really not sure if we'll get another new room or if this current room is gonna expand. But either way, I think more storage is definitely gonna help us at this point. As for the hose reel which we did by yesterday, I think it suits the museum pretty well. So we are gonna place it right there. Now as a part of the daily task, I'll quickly go ahead and talk to all of my villagers. We did after all just see Midge joining in, so I'm excited to go ahead and check out her house as well. Now before I wanted to visit her, I just wanted to check out the shop, and 2 of my favorite items are actually here. The first one being this fireplace. I think this item is pretty cool in any of the shades it comes in. And the second one is the snow globe that you're seeing on the table. I have seen both of these items the first time in Fang's house, and I was just so happy to see them together. I just decided to go ahead and have the same thing in my house as well. I really like the antique features, and the fireplace as well as the snow globe actually looks pretty good with those items. So in the future, if I do get the antique items, I'm actually planning to go ahead and have a room dedicated to it. Probably I'll add this fireplace over there. Checking out the menu right here, nothing new. I see that all of these wallpapers are still the same. I don't really have to buy them. But now that I have checked out the shop, I can finally go ahead and talk to the rest of villagers as well. The first place is Peanut's house. I think her house is one of the best that I have in this island. Now Nate's house looks pretty cool with the log theme, but I think Peanut's house is gonna be the best one. I know that you won't be able to see it now since she just moved in, but trust me, I think her house looks pretty cool. She's also the very first squirrel villager I'm actually having in my island, which I'm very excited for. I have never had a squirrel villager in my island, even in my older islands, which is very puzzling. I mean, at least you should have met one. But in the 2 years I own this game, I never had any of the squirrel villagers. So I am very excited to have her right here. Now while running around, I actually met Daisy May right here, and Daisy May is gonna be selling us turnips. I think you all know about turnips and the stock market that's in this game. It's something that I never like to indulge in unless if you want to have more bells. In that case, definitely these turnips will actually help you. I have tried it a couple of times and I think it's a bit trickier, but you can definitely easily get them. If you do have other friends and they have higher turnip prices in their island, you can definitely go ahead and sell the turnips in their island. In my case, I don't think I'll actually buy them. They are 95 bells. Maybe in a later stage, once I have enough bells, I'll go ahead and buy some from her. As I said before, we also have Mabel here, right here, which means this is the second time she's gonna talk to us. Hopefully, it's either tomorrow or day after tomorrow we get to see her again. In that case, she's gonna go ahead and give us a kit to kind of have a shop. And finally, we'll have Able Sisters opening in our island as well. I did see Nate around here, so let me actually talk to him. Ooh, okay, never mind. He actually wanted to talk to me. This is quite usual in the beginning of the game where they actually go ahead and give you some item. This is definitely gonna help me a lot in this island, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it. It's actually a Western style stone. I wonder if it's a grave. If it is, I am not sure where I'm gonna place it. But it's a very weird item to kind of be presenting. Alright, I am not sure what vibe Nate is going for, but that is a bit creepier. Either way, let me find a place for that item in my island. Now, I did miss mentioning this, but Nate also asked me to bring a fish. He didn't specify any fish, so I'm just gonna catch this one right here and I'm just gonna gift it. I'm not really sure if I had to bring a specific one, but let's see what happens. Going back, he is actually exercising, which is pretty nice. Let's quickly give him the pond smell that we just caught. Here it is, and hopefully he gives us a really good item. If he does give me another clothing item, I'm not sure what I would do, which he did. Okay, it's a nightgown. Definitely he is giving me weird items and I'm not really sure what to talk about it. But I guess we are just gonna keep it in the stories for now and ignore it right there. Other than this, I definitely want to check out the main tent. After all, this is one of the last day we'll actually be able to see the tent. From tomorrow, we'll have it under construction. And day after tomorrow, we'll have a brand new building. We're almost near the 300 bonus miles, which I'm really excited for. Hopefully, the construction for tomorrow does not stop us from getting the rewards. Checking this out, I see that we do have the log wall fence. And I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and get this one. I think this is one of my favorite fences. I remember just using it a lot in the last island. And it definitely does go well with the trees. So I think I'll be using this one a lot. But of course, if you are gonna have more fences, you do have to have wooden items. So I would definitely recommend going ahead and collecting as many woods as possible. The other items are the same, so nothing new. And you know what? Since we are already here, I'm just gonna check out the ABD. That is gonna be the banking app in this game, and you can actually pay your loan over there. Finally, I'm having enough bells to go ahead and pay that, so let me quickly do it. Hopefully, I'll be able to go ahead and expand my house as well. Right, there we go. I think that's the first rent payment that we have done other than the tent one. We also have a Nook Miles task that was completed, which I think we'll have for each of the rooms that we do expand. But of course, hopefully I'll be able to get my house complete and I'll be able to have infinite storage after that. Now you might think that they would give us infinite storage as soon as we have the basement, but that's not the case. If you want more storage, you actually have to buy it once more, which is pretty weird. Either way, we do get 1000 miles for this. Pretty nice. Let me quickly talk to Tom Nook as well to see if we can actually increase or expand our house. As soon as we talk to him, he always has this dialogue on completing our loan. And this is something I think he'll have for each time we talk to him. After we have the loan filled. Now, if we do choose to expand the house, as you might have seen, the amount of bells is way too much. But I definitely do need more storage, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I guess that's all we have for this one. I mean, the only thing that's left for me to do would probably be the daily task and just try to add some other items on the island. As for the item that I did get from Nate, it's actually a Western style stone, which is a tomb. Not something I would have expected from him, but I guess that's what we do get. Either way, that's all I had for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next one, we'll go ahead and go through with the gameplay a bit more. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the campsite as well and see if we get new villages that way. But of course, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to support me more in a personal way, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.